cooker, fuse board at the front of the property, and my initial thought was lifting the floors, lifting the boards, but then we went upstairs and I was, oh my god, that's the bathroom actually, tiled floor. There is a small cabinet there. Tom suggested, have I ever gone from the ground floor all the way up into the loft and then over, across, down, because all we ever have to do is chase the walls. It might be a bit difficult, and I'll tell you why. Because if we were to go up in this corner of the property, what we would essentially face, the problem is that's how the roof are going. It is an interesting one today. We arrived to my customer installing a new supply, new circuit for cooker. Clients converting from a gas to induction. We've got the gear ready to go. I'll show you what the process of thinking has to be taken into account before you just dismantle the floors, before you take apart the furniture, carpets, lifting all the floorboards. It is never easy, but this is the favorite part of us electricians, what we have to do if we want to consider A, a minimal damage, B, obviously the ease of the work, what customer would have to then decorate afterwards. When you just walk up to a client, don't just go first attempt might be best, because my second attempt I thought is a good one. We changed everything. Tom suggested something controversial and I've told him, yes, I did that before. So let me show you what we have here and what we need to do. This is the old fella and that's going. In its place, it will be, this beauty. We will need to bring a supply in, isolation switch, keeping it 10 centimeters off the edge to satisfy building regs, and cooker connection point right behind. We've been to this customer some time ago installing additional switches, so the customer is just waiting for everything to be fixed, done, and then he will actually redecorate everything. So, cooker, fuse board at the front of the property, and my initial thought was lifting the floors, lifting the boards, but then we went upstairs and I was, oh my god, that's the bathroom actually, tiled floor. There is a small cabinet there. Potential routes would be lifting the floorboards, moving all the furniture, getting everything to go all the way across the property and then down into a fuse board. There's lots of moving stuff. It wasn't fun to even think about that. No. If we cut the ceiling, obviously there's still that stuff that needs to be completed by the client as and when it's almost finished. So when it's finished, customer will have to decorate, have it plastered in, but then we don't have to move as much. Tom suggested, have I ever gone from the ground floor all the way up into the loft and then over, across, down, because all we ever have to do is chase the walls. It might be a bit difficult, and I'll tell you why. Because if we were to go up in this corner of the property, what we would essentially face, the problem is that's how the roof are going. So we would end up right in this very corner of the property and actually being in the loft, trying to pull the cables, drill, or just retrieve them. It's rather an impossible task. Well, it's not impossible, it's very, very difficult. We found another way. Well, currently, Tom and the client is moving the furniture in the office, which is directly above the landing. We don't have to cut the ceilings in that perspective. We will just only have to chase the walls. Moving everything from the external wall into the other side of the room, peeling the carpet over. We still need to get to the socket, which is directly below us, right there. So if you have to get there and lift the carpet, we might as well just chase the wall on that side, getting ourselves up in the loft. Now we don't have the same issue where we are just in the corner of the eaves and we are struggling pretty much where we need to be, just where the ceiling is opening into the loft, and then feeding all the way across. Right there, the tile's actually ending before this little storage cabinet. As you can see, we know where the pipes are coming, so we can even just take advantage of that as well and come down exactly where we need. That one off. Okay, we have that one. We have to do quite the same in the kitchen. Plus, removing the cabinet. Okay, here's the cabinet screwed to the wall on the side. That's it. Wall chaser down the line. If we take 10 centimeters, right there is 10, but we might as well just take these bricks like from here to there in case client wants to put these back on. We might need to take those here because we're going to come left and down, and let's see how well they're going to give off. I did ask client whether he cares for the tiles or not. He said, nope, don't worry about it. We always try, but if we can't do it, we can't do it. Well, here we are. Well, we've got client's decision. Actually, there's more than that. This is like high up, so we're going to bring the actual socket on that level within what we normally do at 120 to the top in the kitchen. Although this socket is up here, the customer is actually moving to another phase of this property development. They will be extending further to the back, similar to what the neighbor has done there. So when we come to do that, actually we will run a brand new ring circuit because it will be all of the appliances in the kitchen properly installed. That will only make sense to do that. At that point, we will definitely recommend customer to actually upgrade the fuse board because this is a bit old fuse board and it makes sense only to do that. I'm going to crack on having some coffee made by the customer, so we're really well looked after. Nice. At that point, I might just take these tiles off to come down the whole that square. Let's go for it. Okay, that should be enough. Before we go all crazy, the cutting the wall, might as well just cover as much as we can. Just help my client with dusting afterwards. This will not fully stop the dust from spreading like crazy, but it will definitely improve cleaning of the kitchen. Okay, okay, and we put another one here. Well, that's definitely much better. Cool. Now we can make some noise, make some dust. I need to take into account that maybe new tiles will be put in. Yeah, still need to go a half a centimeter in at least.
One eternity later.
I think we are there now. Oh, yeah, baby! Okay, cable come down into the top, then the load side will come out. We need to do a few anchor points. One here. We can use all-round bonding. We can also use a cable like it's a cable ties for like metal ties. 35mm, that's enough for what we need. We need to bend the top one, bend the bottom one. And cables are introduced from the top, right? Oh, it's only 3. That's interesting. Didn't see that coming. So we take that one back. Okay, that's that. I believe it's a time for a cable. If we run the cable from my end and allow Tom to pull it all the way as he needs down to the fuse board, it might be easier from my end because it's going to go straight up, across, and then down. We're just pulling less and less cable through all the bands under the floor. So if you cover the distance of the floor now, we should take into account the height of this floor as well. There should be enough of the cable for run to the actual floor level and then down to the fuse board. So thereabout, technically that might be just enough, but not, because we now have to take into account going floor up and then down again. So we need about 5 more meters. How much we got on the roll? Oh, we got plenty, that's fine. Okay. We'll leave that for Tom to make advance on running the access. Okay, let's go and do this socket. Okay, that's level, beautiful. We just need a few more great anchors. I'm gonna go for one in here.
A few moments later.
We've done a little bit more since the last second. The cabinet is on. The first fix is happening. So we just need to do a second fix. Because we have that in already, I'll leave Tom to actually do the second fix. Where we are, that one. Tom is just pulling a cable now. We've also did the socket inside the chimney breast. This will be, the client's just removed the actual gas fireplace, and now he will need to seal it all up because this is actually an active chimney. So he will need to just seal it all up, make it all waterproof, and install a nice electrical fireplace. So now there is a socket in there. Let's go upstairs. I can hear that Thomas is just pulling that new 2.5 cable for the socket in the actual living space. So you can see, Tom, how's that? You just that 2.5 cable now, yes? Yeah. Okay, happy days. So he's got it. And this bathroom situation, we will be clipping this cable directly into the actual wall, because eventually I can only imagine the customer will be doing something clever with this bathroom, but pipes are not going anywhere. There won't be any benefit of making all the damage here just for the purpose of hiding that cable. So we're also clipping direct as the pipes are. Right, okay, that's... I'm gonna leave Tom to finish this off, and I'll be going off to the next one. Cool, thank you. See you soon.